What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
I mean, everybody is kind of saying Indiana's reeling. They're a team that's in trouble. Could be the best matchup possible. And then, the other part of me is like, every time I hear that, especially after the way this season went, I'm so distrustful of that kind of commentary and that narrative and the thing that freaks me out is that's how this season started. This season started with the Celtics are going to mow them down. And all of a sudden there's this overconfidence about Indiana and Indiana's horrible. And So what happens if Indiana comes out and punches the Celtics in the mouth and takes game one? All of a sudden this team culturally is reeling again. And I just don't think they're ready for that.
Oh, well, look, I think we're going to find out because you're right. You have to have that deep well of intestinal fortitude. You got to have balls to be able to fight through those situations, right? And if they don't have that, then they're going to prove all the doubters right. But if they prove that there's something other than what they showed through 82 games, or for a good part of 82 games, and they are the team that we thought they could be going into the season, those 82 games will become irrelevant pretty quickly. I think that's what's going to happen. Can they stand up? I personally don't think Indiana is going to have that punch. I think they might steal one. They might get game 3. They might get game 4. But I don't foresee this Indiana team being able to steal.
You're not making me
one.
feel better. You're making me more scared when you talk that way.
Well, but it's true, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but see, that's my whole point. I do see what you're saying.
You see them sweeping them.
Just to close that, that's why I feel like I like Hayward in the starting lineup in this series. I want Brown in it, but the reason I like Hayward is because I feel like they need to be able to generate some offense early, and I like the fact that he plays the playmaking piece. Now, down the stretch, the defense, etc. I think that's when Baines comes out in the closing minutes, and then Horford shifts over to center, and then you have Hayward and Brown in that closing lineup. But I think to start the game, it's definitely Baines and Hayward, in my opinion.
The only problem with moving Hayward off the bench and into the starting lineup, and I think he's earned it, frankly. The problem is that now you're looking at a bench, even when Smart's minutes are on there. There is no
playmaker.
It's zero, and so that's I agree with you. I think in closing lineups, Hayward he is a key core piece that has to be on the floor.
But we talked about staggering that rotation in the past, right? We said, how are we going to do this lineup and et cetera? And, you said you wanted Baines in there. And I was kind of, but I think with the increased minutes that the starters, Horford's minutes are going to be up. Kyrie's minutes are going to be up. Hayward's minutes are going to be up. Brown's minutes probably are also going to be up. I think they're going to stagger a lot of that Kyrie, Horford, and Hayward thing. I mean, that's the trifecta that they were trying to put together for the postseason. So, I think they mix and match a little bit of Brown. I think they mix and match a little bit of Morris. But, really the rotation without Smart could be 8 deep. And if you're already putting Baines in that starting lineup, you've got 5. So there's only 3 more coming off the bench. And that's, and if you're going with Hayward in the starting lineup, then it's Brown, it's Morris, and it's probably Terry because they need another guard. And so I agree, what the rotations looked like during the regular season, you're not going to want to see Terry and Brown and Morris all out there, with maybe just a Kyrie or whatever.
That's fair. That's a good point.
But I think they're going to stagger it different because of the increase in minutes. I don't think we run into the same risk that we ran over the last 82 in this first round series by moving Hayward over.